we finally made it. We've arrived at our final stop of this journey across the Premier League.
Well, this calls for a celebration. I will.
So don't forget to cane that subscribe button. And if you haven't watched our journey so far, fear not, you can click the link on the screen above. So without further ado, let's get into it. Today, we're in the land of Wainwright beers. Yes, it's actually brewed in Wolverhampton and Bang Average Singers to talk about Wolves and their ground of Molineux. It's time to head way back to the 18th century when a chap called Benjamin Molineux purchased land just north of Wolverhampton city centre where he would build Molineux House, which still exists today as the Wolverhampton City Archives. The name Molineux was a family name which, as you can probably guess, originates from France unfortunately, that came over to England as far back as the 12th century, with the family eventually evolving into the aristocratic circles within the country. The Molineux Estate would be purchased in 1860, and from this, the grounds of Molineux would be opened up to the public, including a place to play football. It was in 1889 when Wolverhampton Wanderers would come to the area, renting the football pitch and developing the site, with the first football game being against Notts County on the 7th of September 1889, with Wolves winning 2-0. In 1923, Wolves would buy the stadium outright and recruit our Scottish boy, Archibald Leitch, to design their grandstand, which would become the Waterloo Road Stand, which was based on Aston Villa's Trinity Road end, albeit a bit less grand. And in 1932, the Molineux Street Stand was added, along with its iconic roof. What was the reason for the Toblerone style roof, you may ask? Basically, this side of the ground was always problematic. Not only was there a steep slope running upwards from north to south, the Molineux Street did not run parallel with the touchline, varying from 23 metres at the south end of Molineux Street down to only 7 metres at the north. In order to cover this irregular area, a multi-span pitched roof design was chosen. These types of roofs were already in use in other grounds, but were rare due to maintenance costs. The Molineux Street Stand was the last of these to survive by some margin, making the ground instantly recognisable for decades when shown on TV. Fast forward to the 1950s, which were the golden years for Wolves, and from this, plans were in the pipeline to expand the stadium to a capacity of 70,000. However, these were poo-pooed by the local council, so it would be Manchester United that would gobble up all the support of Londoners instead. In 1975, it was time to say goodbye to the iconic Molineux Street Stand, which failed to meet current standards, so a new stand was rebuilt behind the existing one, which would become today's Steve Bull Stand. Once the new stand was built, the existing one would be demolished. However, this would leave the new stand the best part of 30 metres away from the pitch. It was in the 1990s, after the Taylor Report, when Molineux would be completely transformed, with 3 new stands being built. The first one would be the new stand colour stand, opening in 1992. After that, it was Alfie Desainter Leach's Waterloo Road Stand, which was knocked down, with it being replaced with the new Billy Wright Stand in 1993. The final stand to come along was the Jack Harris Stand in late 1993, taking the capacity of the stadium to 28,000. Along comes the 21st century, with Wolves floating with the Premier League, and from this, plans to expand the capacity of Molineux. Initial phases to this grand scheme have already been undertaken, with a new 2-tier stand colour stand taking the capacity of the stadium to 32,000. There's even been plans in the pipeline to take the capacity to 50,000, although personally I think we've got a better chance of seeing Timo Werner hitting 20 goals in a season than that coming to fruition anytime soon.
Hij pakt rood tegen
He is
Watford.
really shit.